A person approached a guru and asked, "Gurudev, what is the cause of my suffering?" The guru was a highly enlightened individual. The guru replied, "The reason for your suffering is attaching yourself to things, holding on to them, and becoming attached to them, then running after them. That is the cause of your pain." The person thanked the guru and said, "Gurudev, you have indeed provided a solution to my problem. I have been seeking a solution to my issue for so long. Thank you for your guidance," expressing gratitude, and he started to leave. The guru said, "Listen to the complete explanation." However, the person said, "No, Gurudev, your gesture was enough. Sometimes a wise indication is sufficient, Gurudev." A month later, the individual returned to the guru. This time, the person's condition was much worse. He was very distressed, fell at the guru's feet and said, "Gurudev, I did exactly as you said, but I did not find happiness. Instead, I am experiencing more sorrow." The guru asked him, "What did you do?" The person replied, "I was experiencing pain from my family, friends, and relatives. So I left them all and walked away. For a couple of days, I felt really good, but gradually I started missing them. Thoughts of my parents, my spouse, and my children started coming back to me. Relationships, relatives, to the extent that even my enemies started coming to my mind. I have not felt as much pain staying with them as I have being away from them. That's why today I set out to go back home and ended up at your place. Why did you give me such wrong advice?" The guru smiled and said, "You left your family behind. Friends, relatives, and even enemies. You misunderstood that you were running away from them, but in reality, you were running with them." Someone said, "Guruji, I haven't brought anyone with me." The guru said, "The things that cause us pain are not external. Even the things that give us happiness are not external. All these family members, relatives, friends, and enemies reside within us. When you run away, you take your mind with you, and if all these things reside in your mind when you run, you have not gone far from them. When the things are ingrained in the mind, and they are around, what causes pain seems like a lot, but is actually minimal. However, when we distance ourselves from these things, that is, when we run away, the mind starts making efforts to attain them again, and then these things cause much more pain. As you are going through it." The person said, "Gurudev, what should I do? If I stay with things, there is sorrow. If I leave things, there is sorrow. Have I taken birth only to induce suffering?" The guru laughed loudly and said, "This is absolutely true. All take birth only to endure suffering. But it is also true that beyond these sufferings, there is joy. And beyond that joy, there is suffering again. Then joy, and then suffering. What appears as joy to us becomes the cause of sorrow, and what appears as sorrow becomes the cause of joy. That which brings us joy also brings sorrow, and that which brings sorrow also brings joy." The person said, "Gurudev, is there no way out of this web of joy and sorrow?" The guru said, "There is a way. If you want to stay in this world, if you want to live with all these things, then you have to do one thing. Live as if you are alone in this world. Live with everyone, but remain alone." The person said, "But Gurudev, how is that possible?" The guru took that person to a place where a fair was being held, and there was a large crowd. The guru said, "Look around you. Do you know anyone here?" The person replied, "No, there is no one here whom I know." The guru said, "Are you alone here?" The person said, "Yes, Gurudev, I am completely alone." The guru said, "No, there is something going on in your mind. You are not alone. Tell me, are you truly alone?" The person said, "Yes, I want to go home as soon as possible. I want to meet my wife, my children, and my parents. I want to meet my friends. That's what is going on in my mind." The guru said, "Now forget all this. Close your eyes and focus your attention on the sounds happening here." The person did just that, and as soon as he closed his eyes and directed all his attention to the sounds happening there, he felt a sense of solitude. He felt that he was alone even in such a large crowd. Due to focusing on the sounds above all, No sound had any significance. There was only the sound, and he was there. He opened his eyes and said, "Gurudev, here I am completely alone. At this moment, there is nothing, no one." The Guru said, "This is how it is to be alone. Be with everyone outwardly, but be alone from within. Be with everyone, but let there be no one in the mind who has learned to live alone in this way. He never experiences sorrow in life. Things do not bother him. He finds joy in everything." The Guru continued, "Great successes begin with solitude. If you encounter solitude, do not consider it negative, but understand it as solitude, and try to understand yourself. When you start liking solitude, it means that your true essence wants to meet you. Therefore, honor your love for this solitude." The Guru said, "I will tell you about 7 qualities found in people who prefer to be alone and make themselves better than others." The Guru began to speak. The first quality found in people who live in solitude is that such individuals are more self-aware compared to others. They have a deeper understanding of their own nature and behavior. This happens because when we are alone, we have ample time to think about ourselves, allowing us to comprehend our own behavior more thoroughly. People living in solitude also have a better understanding of their strengths and weaknesses, enabling them to handle adverse situations more effectively than others. Guru has said that another virtue of those living alone is their positive mindset. When many people are together, feelings of jealousy, arrogance, and greed tend to arise, leading individuals to be influenced by negative thoughts and engage in counterproductive actions. However, it is not that individuals living in solitude are devoid of such thoughts, but because they are alone, comparisons, jealousy, and arrogance towards others are comparatively less prevalent in their minds. Additionally, being alone provides them with more time to contemplate about themselves, helping them recognize and diminish their negative thoughts. Hence, people living in solitude tend to be more positive. The third characteristic of individuals living alone is that they are more disciplined and self-reliant. Since those living alone often have to handle most of their tasks independently, they become more self-sufficient. Therefore, they tend to be more self-reliant than others in comparison. Moreover, individuals living alone do not usually prefer relying on others for their work. They rely on doing their work themselves. At the same time, they also make an effort to take as little help as possible from others because such individuals are self-reliant and clear about their work, so they are disciplined. They value their time and do not waste others' time either. Due to being alone, such individuals also follow a specific routine, making them more organized, and this is also a reason for their disciplined nature. The Guru further stated that a special characteristic of people who live alone is that they can think deeply about anything. The ability to think deeply and thoroughly about anything is the biggest quality of those who live alone. Therefore, all the authors, poets, and creators of great works prefer to stay in solitude, because when a person is alone, they can hear the voice within them. All major discoveries began in solitude, because one can think and understand anything in great detail when staying alone. The Guru said that the fifth quality of people living in solitude is that their personality is the most unique and distinct, unlike those who mostly live with others or cannot stay alone at all. No matter how hard they try, knowingly or unknowingly, some part of others' personalities becomes a part of them. The habits of others enter their thoughts, preventing uniqueness and distinctiveness from emerging in their personalities. Their individuality becomes a blend of many people's personalities, but those who prefer solitude spend most of their time with themselves, making them less influenced by the thoughts and opinions of others. They have their own rules and regulations for living their lives, and those who adhere to them are not easily influenced by anyone. Therefore, the personalities of such individuals are the most unique and different. Their behavior reflects a unique character that may or may not be liked by others. The Guru mentioned the sixth quality found in people who prefer solitude. Those who live alone have deep and strong relationships with others, while individuals who prefer solitude may not form relationships with many people. The connections they do make are genuine and sincere. These individuals have very few friends, but they make a sincere effort to maintain their friendships with utmost honesty. The next feature is that individuals who live alone are mentally and emotionally strong because they know that if any problem arises today, they have to deal with it on their own. By repeatedly facing such situations, their self-confidence grows, and with the increase in self-confidence and self-respect, they become stronger emotionally and mentally. They come to believe that there is no problem that they cannot overcome with the power of their strong will, and this mindset sets them apart from others. After saying this, the disciple remained silent. So the person said, "Gurudev, all your words are correct, but when can it be said that solitude is a blessing?" Hearing this, the Guru replied, "Solitude has always been a blessing. If we can handle that problem with complete positivity, it is because when we are with the people of the world, we are a part of the crowd, but when we are alone, we are with ourselves. And when we are with ourselves, only then can we carefully assess the proper use of our time, reflect on our thoughts, and pay attention to all aspects of things. One can gain control over their weaknesses or, it can be said, truly achieve the goal of humanity on the path of goodness." The person understood the words of the mentor and expressed gratitude to the mentor before returning home. Let's understand that the things we desire cause us pain until we attain them. And when we attain them, they again bring us pain, fearing that they might slip away. And when they do slip away, they again cause us sorrow. The pain of their departure is very profound. Throughout life, we grasp one thing, then another, and then another, leaving behind the things we once held dear. In this way, we keep holding on to pleasure while chasing after pain. And the person who learns to be alone finds joy in everything, whether in family or society. Living joyfully while completing all tasks, they live in happiness. If lived with joy, then that's living indeed. If you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up to help us reach more people seeking ancient wisdom. If you're new here, subscribe and click the notification bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video. To watch more videos, choose one of the videos that will appear on your screen now.